Minecraft, the world's best-selling game, with over 300 million copies sold. The game has been around since 2011, starting from a bright red nether with a tasteless overworld, and moving to today's vast and diverse landscape. Minecraft has come a long way, and I'm here to explore it. Welcome to 100 Days Minecraft Survival. Starting out, I launched the world. I had already generated the world because I had to make a contraption that will keep track of the days in the side of the screen. Encased in the glass is a simple chunk loader, and command blocks that keep track of each passing day. The design uses the new Pearl chunk loading technique and keeps the area loaded at all times. The first thing I did, like any good Minecrafter, was punch trees, and soon after I began searching for materials, but before, a quick round of slaughter of nearby fauna. If it wasn't clear already, I am no noob. Once upon a time I speedrun Minecraft for fun, so I understood certain skills and memorized crafting recipes instead of memorizing what I needed to do for that day for homework. I crafted the boat for saves down the road. The goal is to speedrun beating the game, and since I am playing normal survival, respawns are on. I began cooking some chicken. I picked up shop, and then hit the road, generally looking for easy iron and a lava pool. But I noticed some bamboo, and I wanted to pick it up for my home down the road. I then hit the road for real this time. No more distractions. Pure iron search. I got to the top of a hill and began mining some coal for smelting in the furnace in the future. And I then stumbled upon some iron and immediately went to mine all that I saw. While the iron cooked, I quickly grabbed some oak logs, then went to slay the horned beasts, grass eaters. I also grabbed some melons just for my future house. And then I grabbed a pumpkin for future planting. I made a quick bed and set it down, setting my spawn point just in case. I made a shield, thinking of the future nether fights ahead. I started the day going for more surface level iron. I then quickly upgraded my tools, and resolved to get more iron so I could make some armor and no longer be regaled to the world as weak. I am playing the game on normal difficulty, so it is unlikely that I will die if I have a certain amount of armor on me. A sub-objective in the game is to visit as many naturally generating structures as possible, which takes a near limitless amount of food. After packing up, I hit the road once more, now in search of a lava pool or structure. And that's when I came to find a buried ship. I had to clear it out to obtain its booty. Grabbed all the resources that I could and plundered the ship for anything valuable. I also took a clock to verify the daylight cycle for the future. Thinking way down the road, I left what was not valuable in a barrel and kept what was limited for a future house. And I slept the rest of day one away. On day 2, more travel in search of a lava pool. I finally found it. Knowing I could pass the ravine or go around it, I chose to style on it with some smooth speed bridging. I then set my spawn point and set up a camp near a portal. This was to travel Minecraft's version of Arizona and acquire the resources I needed to beat the game. I required blaze rods and eyes of Enderman, which are obtained either by slaying Endermen or trading with the local Arizonians. The difficulty with the generation of Arizona is I could spawn above a surface comprised completely of lava and devoid of blocks. So I prepared for the worst and crossed the threshold. I was brought into the walls of the Arizona Badlands and attempted to make my way out, but the local water flow attempted to burn me as I did. So I chose to test every direction. This was the longest part of day 2. I tunneled in every direction, hoping to come out of the wall. And I never did. Upon my return, I slept the rest of day 2. My new strategy was a simple one. Minecraft veterans would know that there is a game mechanic designed that if you sleep in Arizona, the bed will explode. But if you are obstructed from climbing into the bed will not explode with you in it. So I use this to continue my process of getting out of the Arizona water table. After expending all my beds, I kept tunneling. I finally finished the tunnel, exiting into a warped forest. These are famously known to have local Arizonians, and sometimes New Mexico locals. The fauna generally consists of Arizonian tusked pigs, a local delicacy. I mined some of the gold and made golden boots, then burned what I didn't need, and used some of the trees to make my torches, which will be my trail of breadcrumbs. I then took out the hog as dinner. Afterwards, I came to realize this was merely a facade of Arizona, a pocket or a well that had dried out. So I got right back into tunneling into the wall. I made my way into another crevasse, this time with the intent to trade with the locals, as they can give me those pearls I so desire. However, the locals take great offense if you take their resources, so I tried to block off the sightline they had, but unfortunately, there was one witness. I then distracted him, the golden bar, and then I silenced him. Right back to the wall, tunneling after that scare. When I made it into another depression, I mined some gold and accidentally found a way out. I blocked the other end of the path and made my way down, taking a fall out of impatience. I was elated to no longer be confined to the wall. I mined some gold, then scoured the area for a structure, possibly the rare Arizonian Walmart. And there it was. I found it. So I quickly made my way in. After a safe descent, I began looking for the wardens of Walmart, the department managers. They're easily spottable with their spawning structure, but dangerous as they will flambe anyone they see, Karens or children alike. I began farming for their blazing rods. After surviving the attempted execution, I began raiding the aisles, taking nether wart for future potions, and their chests of the valuables. After making my way out, I began returning to the overworld when an opportunity to trade with the locals began. I quickly took advantage of it. The day ended with that trading. After finishing with the locals, I made my way back to the overworld. But this was a long journey, and in totality would take the better part of day 5. I sealed off the nearby tunnels that led to nowhere, and return to the surface. After preparing and returning items to my base camp, the next task was to obtain the pearls I needed. So I began searching for another structure, Kroger. These are normally dark and ghastly structures, filled with a plethora of Arizonian people, but their riches vastly outweigh the costs, so I had to find it. I searched everywhere I could nearby, bridging over burning lava and tunneling through the Arizonian desert. On day 6, I continued my journey in tunneling when I finally made my way onto the desert of Arizona. The sands slow your step, and the fossils everywhere. I searched the sands and bridged over the lava. I also briefly helped a native hunting party eliminate a pig. The longest part of this journey would be finding structures. I refused to use any calculators, tools, or aids. I would find these structures, and it would be of my own accolade. This continued through day 7, until I returned to the overworld and slept the night away. I also, like Zoro, dodged an arrow in my sleep. Beginning day 8, I sorted my inventory and made preparations for one final journey in this part of Arizona. I headed for a different direction in the spires, hoping to find anything. That was without success. So I tried to trade with the locals. The children like shiny items, but they trade nothing. So I attempted to eliminate the child. And in my success, I was met with a shining golden blade that removed my deathless run. Fueled by revenge, I quickly ran back for my items. I took out the ones who slain me, and wear my armor. After taking care of that, I returned to the overworld and prepared for a different trip this time. I assumed the real estate I had taken through force was insufficient, and to find the Arizonian Kroger, I would need to move elsewhere. So I took what I needed and became a vagabond once more. I found a ruined gate to Arizona and a plundered chest, then sailed across the sea, rowing heartily and plundering the sunken remains of those before me. Until I reached a desert. Once I was there, I found a temple placed by the once present people, and chose it for the night of rest. At the rise of day 10, I made my way to plunder the temple by first tearing apart the booby traps. Inside the chests were rare items, templates for me to decorate my armor with, and apples of gold, which restore vigor and might while providing some excess. After finishing, I traveled and wandered the desert until I was in Savannah, in which case I found an established village with useful cartographers and toolsmiths and clerics. So naturally I began trapping the locals in their home, never letting this testificate people roam free, for their freedom would prove dangerous to themselves and my interests. Once I finish with the locals, I set up camp nearby, far enough that I may, like the UK to the provinces and states, assert my power without having my presence there. While sorting my inventory and puzzling my next steps, I noted a tree on fire nearby. Those don't normally spontaneously combust, so I hoped there was a lava pool nearby and prepared to cast the portal, grabbing the extra obsidian for ease. And I was right. In addition to the lava pool, just distant to the village was an ominous tower of a people unfriendly who take my profession and make a name of themselves. The Pillagers. So I quickly cast my portal while the sun was setting, for sake of scouring Arizona briefly once more. I made a mistake, however, and I burned my wooden boat in the lava. Once the portal was cast, I crossed the barrier. This time, I was found in a warp biome once more, but I wanted to grab a blue mushroom for a surprise tool that'll help us later. When I returned, the daylight had fallen, so I quickly slept, and the 10th day ended.